This is the future.
The Goth, the Goat, or whatever you call her right now. This is a solid Warframe, especially in Steel Path and beyond levels. Now, there are lots of synergies that I can think of, and this is just one of many combos that I will be sharing with you guys. If you are looking for a guide on how to get Dagath, then feel free to check out the wiki page, but right now, I'll be showing you one reason why you should try out this Warframe. Before the update, I was crafting about the waifu Warframe getting Dagath's with scythes subsumability. I was saying that it could be busted, judging by how it can proc viral easily. It turns out that it's more potent with Dagath, and making a Surging Blades augment for the new Warframe is overpowered that it can melt enemies in seconds. Before I show you the build, I would like to discuss how this playstyle works. First of all, you must subsume Aqua Blades, replacing the fourth ability of Dagath. Why her fourth though? The ability is good as it strips defense and gives you invulnerability frames while casting. Well, the main reason for this is that we don't need to defense strip with a Surging Blades build, since the slash and bleed alone will destroy enemies fast. In addition, you can use the Unaru focus to strip armor, as you'll be using the Magus Anomaly Arcane to group enemies in one spot. So basically, all you need to do is cast Aqua Blades, and then cast her first ability, then Doom, and just see how easily enemies get melted by the combo. Now, with scythes inflicting viral damage and status effect per sickle, which increases the damage of Aqua Blades, the sliced enemies suffer will also get slow, and if you can get 272% power strength in your build, then it's like having an efficient Gloom in your Warframe. And then, there's her Doom ability. With this ability, you can cast a cone of cursed energy spanning a couple of meters from her faceless head, inflicting viral damage and stagger to all enemies hit. Doomed foes remain cursed for a couple of seconds, and you can inflict damage to doomed foes with Dagath's weapons and abilities to trigger Phantom Wrath, which summons a floating spectral sickle above them and stores 35% of the damage instance. After 2 seconds, each spectral sickle strikes its victim to inflict the individually stored damage. Phantom Wrath is also applied on Doom's initial cast to store a percentage of the ability's viral damage. This synergy well with her first ability, as striking doomed foes with wid sides will trigger Phantom Wrath, while refreshing Doom on the target's hit and spreading the curse to other enemies within a couple of meter radius around the doomed foes. And lastly, let's talk about Grave Spirit. We already have the combo to inflict tons of damage with Aqua Blades, Doom, and with scythes. Now, Grave Spirit will be a great source for your survivability aside from the slow of your with scythes. While active, Dagath escapes death from the next lethal hit by phasing into an invulnerable spectral form for 10 seconds, initially causing knockdown to enemies. During spectral form, Dagath may continue her killing spree, aided by a 100% dodge chance, and on each kill guarantee a health orb drop from slain foes. Once she returns to physical form, Grave Spirit deactivates and enters a cooldown of 25 seconds before it can be recast. This is really great with Aqua Blades combo, since during the invulnerability phase, you can kill fast with the slash and bleed, allowing you to drop health orbs which then restore your health and go kill again. Now, I pair this with a companion called Shade Prime when running Steel Path missions, and most probably will be very fun to play with in survival or endless missions. So, Shade Prime has this precept called Ghost that will make your Warframe invisible when there are enemies within 10 meters. The good news is that you can abuse this now, since the companion is immortal and will be available for the whole duration of the mission. The only downside though is that the companion can be downed by the enemies, and it's better to slap all the recovery time mods in your companion, to add to your survivability. You can also equip the sacrifice mod in your companion so it can revive you if you get downed by enemies. So, you have invulnerability from Grave Spirit, then invisibility from Ghost Preset. Not to mention that you also got slow from Weird Scythe, and then, you can choose to go with a shield gating build if you want, and I think this is enough to keep you alive in Steel Path levels and beyond. The build I was using in the clip earlier did have narrow-minded for maximum duration. My idea was to have the max duration so that I can give my Surging Blades the highest damage stack. Eventually, it turns out that I don't need it, and 57 seconds is enough to get huge damage stack for Surging Blades. Also, catalyzing shield is just a personal preference, but if you want another layer of defense through shield gating, then this is a good choice. Just remember that this is dependent on how fast you can spam skills, and it would be wise also to not just have brief respite. but also have 2 auger mods in your secondary for faster shield regeneration. Anyway, with Arcane Energize, and then Dagath's passive, you won't have energy problems if you are constantly killing enemies. Some may say that Arcane Energize is not needed for this build, but I prefer to have it so I can spam abilities like crazy. Again, it's just personal preference, but I like the idea of having full energy to cast my abilities. So this is just the basic of the builds, and you can always change anything depending on your playstyle. Go try it for yourself as it's really fun to play with the new Warframe. There are more Dagath builds coming, so if you don't like using Magus Anomaly often to group enemies, then I got another build for you lads. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.